In today's video, we're going to talk about our reflective cloths that we use here around the farm. So I'm out here in one of these Honeycrisp blocks, and I want to touch base on two different types of things we do to help with color. We use reflective cloth, which I learned a lot personally when I went on my internship to New Zealand. And right here in this block, you can see we're using the product from New Zealand. This is called Extende. It's like a woven material that's white. We want it real bright white, no dirt on it, because what it's actually doing is the sunlight's coming down, it's hitting this fabric, and then it's angling right back up into the tree to help these lower apples color up very well. So the second type of thing we're using is called Mylar, and what that is it's a silver film. So that white stuff is reusable. We're on our 4th year, I believe, using it, where some of this other product is a one-time use. It's like saran wrap almost, so it's a real thin shiny piece of plastic basically, and this is one-time use, so we're not using too much of it. But basically this is like a mirror. The sun comes down and angles right back up to the tree. So with this stuff, we just use dirt to hold it down, where the Extende product, we use bungees and claws, what we call them. So I'll show you that here. We have a bungee here with a claw that just hooks through the fabric there to keep it kind of suspended and off the ground. So we're walking into one of our blocks of Sun Fuji. You can see this block has a nice crop of fruit on here, hand thinned down to achieve optimal fruit size, as well as summer pruned. And then we also used a new machine in here called a leaf blower, which actually came through, and you can see it stripped off some of the leaves. So in here we use two different fabrics. We have a narrow and then a wide. So this is our wide row machine. And then if we jump across here is our narrow row machine. So basically this is 7 feet wide, and then in the narrow row a 5 feet wide section. And all we do is, it's a very thin film. In here we put it down about a week to 2 weeks before we're ready to harvest, where the white Extende we put down 3 to 4 weeks before we're ready to harvest. So this is pretty quick to install. We just put it down with a tractor with a machine, which I'll show, and then all they're doing is taking a scoop of dirt from the weed spray strip underneath the tree and using it to weigh it down. So then when we go to pick it up, we have a winder on the front of the machine which throws the dirt off to the side, and we can wind up the fabric to then dispose of it as we need. So you can see it's a pretty cloudy day out, but the trees are glowing pretty nice. A lot of color on these already. This is a Sun Fuji. A lot of people aren't growing this Fuji. They're growing some of the newer strains, Aztecs and this, but we feel this is a very good variety and strain for our operation on how we manage a tree and get color into that fruit. So we're on our way by, but some of the building materials, the trusses for our new building have shown up, and they'll get working on that here in the next few weeks. If you missed that video, check it out and you can see what we're building. So with our white Extende fabric, that's a reusable material. We're hoping to get 7 to 10 years out of it. It's a lot more expensive than the silver stuff, which the silver stuff is one use, but we feel this does a better job, especially on the varieties Honeycrisp, and just does a more consistent job coloring those Honeycrisp for some reason compared to the other varieties. Now the silver we feel works awesome, better than the white, in varieties such as Fuji, Evercrisp, and few other of those later varieties. Oh, and Macintosh does very well at. So on the off season, we roll up these fabrics. It's important to keep them, like I said, very clean, so they have more reflectiveness to them. When they're dirty, they will not reflect that light. So the brighter they can be, the better job it's going to do. So we wrap them up to get stored inside the barn in the off season, and then when we go to wind them out, they look like this. So basically these tubes, they slip on. We have them color coded. So this is an orange, this is a black here. So basically I color coded them for length of material. Black is 2,000 feet long, orange is 1,500, white's 1,000 feet long. So with this machine, basically it's just a spear. That pipe slides on here, you put a bolt in there, and then we got a hydraulic motor here controlled right by this flow control valve for the speed of wrapping it up. And they pull right up to the end of the row and wrap. So while I'm right here, I'll show you the other piece. This tractor we got set up for doing 2 different jobs at 2 separate times. When we store the hail net at the end of the year, we leave them right at the end of the rows. So you've probably seen some videos, some white balls at the end of the row. And what that is, that's our hail net. We store it at the end of the row so we know its exact length, exact fit for that row, because all of our rows are a little bit different length. If it's off one tree, we don't want to have it one tree off looking half done. So what we have here is this is just a silage baleage wrapper. That's all that is. We set the roll of hail net on here, and then this is a real it's white, keep the sun off, but it's basically like a shrink wrap, and it goes around the bale. We wrap them up. It's not hay, but basically this is designed to keep the moisture in for hay to make baleage. But we're doing the exact opposite. We want to keep the moisture out, and we want to keep the sunlight off. So we're done wrapping up for the year now, so this is going to get switched into wrapping up hail net. We've already got about half done, but when we were doing that job early on, we didn't have the hail net off the Fuji's yet. So now they're all off the hail net, so we can finish up wrapping. We saved that job for rainy days. Just it's not super urgent to get done, but something we need to get done before the snow starts flying here in another could be another month to 4 or 5 weeks. So let's go check out the silver Mylar machines, what they look like, and yeah, catch up with you. So here we're at the wide machine. Basically all it is a tube slid in there on a pipe that rolls, goes underneath, and then you stand on the catwalk here, take a shovel scoop like that, and down on the side like that, walking back to forth. So just a small tractor, does not take much effort. So that's going to conclude this video. Thanks for watching. As always, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to drop them below in the comments, and I can either answer them there or I can show you in a video and answer them on film. So remember, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and hope to see you at the next one.